This morning we're going to learn about the syntax error, missing semicolon before a statement. And one of the quick ways to learn is to understand what to do and also what not to do. So we're going to intentionally generate errors just so that when you see these errors you'll be able to recognize immediately what's wrong and debug a lot faster. So the first thing is, let's look at the correct query. And you'll notice we have data. So now what we want to do here is we're going to generate an error intentionally. And so what I'm going to do first is do db, actually let's go ahead and call the same query. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the opening parentheses. And you'll see a pattern. So while I do this, you'll see what's going on when this happens. And you'll see the first is syntax error missing semicolon before statement shell 1. Okay, so what would happen if I did this? I pass in curly brackets ID 1. And we will see that we get the same error message. Okay? And then finally, let's do this as well, except let's close the parentheses. So we have curly bracket ID, we're forgetting the opening parentheses, and you'll notice we get that error message too. So, one of the things, again, going back to recognizing error messages, and we can play around with this. We could, let's also do an insert. Let's do insert. And again, I'm going to intentionally generate an error message, ID. Okay, so we're at 11. And then let's do house. And let's do 516 8th Street. Okay. And you'll notice that, of course, we get the same error message and we're not following the syntax. If I put the ending parentheses, still the same error message, right? For instance, if I put the quote here, it actually inserts the data. There we go. Okay, so, and you can play around with it. The idea is that error message is telling you about your parentheses. So take a look at your parentheses if you get that error message. And I would actually suggest it's really good. You become very comfortable with error messages, so just play around with them, keep generating error messages, and you'll be like, oh, okay, that's what's wrong here.